All right, welcome back. You know what, in an orange department, there are all kinds of assignments you can work, and I was working a gang assignment, and I was plucked with another officer to work child abuse. And I had a small baby at the time. I think my oldest was probably about maybe 2 years old. And okay, fine. I thought, okay, cool. Maybe I can do this. And they explained to me. I sat down. We had like a 2-hour indoctrination, what we need to look for, and all that. Because I thought it'd be a good thing to help the children, because no one can speak for them. Again, back to the other stories I've talked about other times under realcopstoryvideos.com. The children need to be taken care of by us, and the adult, elderly people need to take care of, because that end of the life spectrum can't take care of themselves. The elderly and the children, we need to take care of them, the police, okay, and the public, and we need to take care of them. So I thought, well, let's be good. You know, okay, fine. So we work together, and and he was relatively new at this, so we're trying to, kind of stretch our wings and see how we're going to do this, So, and don't get a lot of calls in our area about that. It's a Latin area. You don't get a lot of that in my heritage. Dad smack upside the head, that was common. Belt in the back, that was common. It wasn't abuse, it was just discipline. That's what we read, and that's what I grew up with. So it wasn't. So in the area we're working, it's 99% Latino. That's their beliefs. They can spank their kids, and that's fine. I mean, they don't abuse them necessarily, but you do get a few calls. So let me try to speed this up. First call we get, abused child call. Okay, and we get to this is like almost another story back in the other website. I don't want to keep repeating the website, but I have other stories there. You pull up, you get out, we're in suits, and a neighbor comes over. Psst, psst, psst. It's nighttime. Yes, ma'am. She points next door. I said, I heard a child, like a 3-year-old, screaming really loud, came out on the porch, and I looked outside, and the dad grabbed the arm and yanked him up in the air and dragged him inside, and he was screaming really loud, and all of a sudden the screaming stopped. Okay, thank you, ma'am. So we're thinking, okay, well, as police, we think the worst. Wonder why would the crime stop immediately? No. Okay, so, okay, fine. So I'm new at this, and I'm a big guy. My partner's not as big as I am, but I'm a big hunking guy, and I've been around a while now. I've been around about 3 years, 3.5. I've done a lot of police work. So we go to the door, knock on the door. These are all Latinos, okay, and for the purposes of this thing, this particular stop, they spoke mostly English, so it wasn't too bad. So the door cracks open, like this much. It's a male looking at me. And I got my badge. I go, hello, police, I need to talk to you. He goes, oh, no, you don't talk to me. He tried to slam the door. Well, I already had my foot in the doorway. That's what I did, my size 13s, okay. So as he tries to slam the door, I just push it open, okay. And he jumped back like he was startled. I would actually do something like that, And I said, you're going to talk to me, okay. And he just stood there, okay. And remember now, wife beaters, child abusers, these men are not men. They're men and around women and children, but a man confronts them and they start backing down. That's how much chicken S they are, okay? They real macho unless a man's in front of them, okay? Well, I'm a man and I'm in front of you, and he just stands there. I said, where's your son? I knew it was a son because the lady told me. What do you want to talk to him for? Where's your son? And I hear the whimpering over here. So I start to walk, and he grabs my arm. And I look at him. My partner grabs his arm and says, don't touch him. So he stands there. Again, he's not used to having men around, okay? So I go in the bedroom, and here's his wife down on her knees holding on to the little 3-year-old, and the 3-year-old's crying. Okay, fine. So I'm looking, and I said, everything okay? And of course, being his wife, just like an abused wife, oh, everything's fine. I said, okay, well, take off his shirt. Well, what? Take off his shirt. No. So I reach over and I take the shirt off. Okay, he's got cigarette burns all over his back. Okay, now we took training. I've seen it before. I'm not new at this. Okay, then I see whip marks. Okay, usually from phone cords. Okay, believe me, I'm not an expert in child abuse, but I know enough that this isn't right. Okay, so I go, well, I said, I told him, Mom, go ahead and change him because I think he needs to be changed something. So okay, fine, change him. So she's doing that, and I walk into the room and look at my partner and I go like this, which means we're going to take this guy, handcuff him, because we're going to cuff him because he's the male in here, and before I start interviewing people, I want to cuff him so in case he starts to go wild, so he realizes that I'm going to go to jail. This way he doesn't know what's happening. I just walked out of this room. Well, he kind of knew because I went to grab him, and he starts to fight. Okay, and he didn't try to get away. He's fighting. He's doing this. Okay, and again, he's probably about 5'8", 5'7", 5'8", 145 pounds. I'm 6'4", 240. Okay, give it your best shot, bro. Okay, but bottom line is, I'm not trying to be macho here. He's trying to get to me, trying to get through, and of course I spin around and I choke him out. Because we could choke people in those days, kind of like a WWE or WWL. You get out there, choke. So I choked him out. We put him down, cuffed him, and then she's screaming, of course, and I go over and I tell her, look, explained about the whole situation about children, and then she starts crying. Say, yeah, he wouldn't stop crying. My husband, she told us everything that he did. Okay, call for another unit, call for a supervisor. They show up. We're all in agreement. He goes to jail. Okay, take the kid into custody to another home. The wife's said free to go. She's a witness, and we told her you're going to have to go to court to get your son back. Okay, and ultimately, just like one of the other stories, she got her son back. But apparently they were breaking up, so at least he went back to her and not to him. Okay, it's another story about people getting there. That's a van that we intercepted with a child in there on realcopstoriesvideos.com. Doing it again. Okay, I'm sorry. Trying to get this word out so you can see all these neat stories. Okay, so that's fine. That was incident was over. Wrote the reports. My supervisor came over to me. Good job. Excellent. Good job, guys. Thanks, boss. Okay. The reason I'm telling this story is, a week later, another call. Almost identical. Almost completely identical. Same thing. Neighbor, go up, knock on the door. You ain't coming in. I'm coming in. Okay. Same thing. This child was immersed in hot water in the tub because the butt up to the belly button was red hot, like he'd been sunburned there. Okay. And again, the wife told us what happened, and that there's no big. The water wasn't that hot. And I told her, I said, "Isn't that hot?" This is all Spanish now. I said, "Isn't that hot?" I said, Would you go in there? Would you sit next to your baby in that hot water?" And she went like this. Good, that's my answer. No. And I put that in the report. Why didn't she answer? Yeah, I would if the water's not so bad. It's a crock of crap, okay? So I went to get him. He resisted, didn't fight, but he resisted. I choked him out, okay? And some of these people that choke out, we give a little added bonus sometimes because they are fighting, is my partners usually hit him in the gut or grab his testicles. That usually helps stop things really fast because they can't think about fighting when they're thinking about their privates. Told this story before too. So after that one, go home, go back to state, do the reports and everything. And on the way home, I get home and I'm holding my daughter, and I'm a young guy. I've only been on the job about 3.5 years now, and I'm thinking, okay, I've got 20 years ahead of me, and A, I want to have a nice career. B, I don't want to be reprimanded for choking these guys out because it's becoming personal. When I see them, I see my daughter, and I see them abusing children, and my face goes blank, and I want them to go to jail. And if they resist at all, I know I'm going to wind up choking every one of them out. And so I can't do that because my career will not allow me to do that. The department won't allow me to do that. So I'm thinking, okay, for the betterment of my career, I probably can't do this. This is not my cup of tea. And again, there's hundreds of jobs that I could do, and this is not one of them. I thought I could do everything. No, sometimes you can't. Okay, so came to work next day early, met my detective boss. I wasn't no detective, I was just a policeman. Said I need to talk to him seriously, went in the interrogation room, and I laid out what I told you. And he says, okay, he says, sometimes guys can't do it. I said, I really want to, but I can't, because I'll ruin my career. I said, I want to choke them all out. He goes, yeah, I know. It takes a certain kind of person to restrain yourself. I said, yeah, and I'm not that kind of person. I'm an A+ macho, and I only believe in grabbing bad guys, and bad guys fight, I take them out. This with child abusers, it's just a strange whole thing here, and I can't. I'm sorry. That's okay. And so I felt really bad until he told me that my partner came in an hour earlier and said he can't do it. Okay, so we never even communicated. We're having problems with this. So, because my partner had 4 kids, and 2 of them were like under 3. So anyway, so then that night we worked together. I was our last night together, and he said, "Can you work one more night?" Okay, fine. So we did that. We got in the car, went out to have some chow, and I'm never to be one that has the elephant sit there in that room. Okay, and I go, "Hey, partner," I asked him. He goes, "Yeah." I said, "I did too." He goes, "What?" And we both just started to laugh. We go, "I guess we're not, we can't do this. I guess not." And so the whole evening, all we did was try to hope we didn't get another call, which we didn't. And we don't hope we didn't get another call. Obviously, we want to get a call to help the children. That's our job. But we related pretty well together. And we had worked together before, and we were separated now, went back to a gang unit with another officer, and 3 of us worked together for another year. So we did really well in that type of job. But that was more like chasing violent, fighting gang members, not some a-hole dad that likes to immerse his child in hot scalding water, okay? So I couldn't do it. But anyway, that's a little failure on my part. I don't consider it a failure. I think it's a reassignment. I just can't do it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the story, and information only, not really enjoyed the fact these poor kids were hurt. So on the second one, I don't recall. I wish I could tell you. I could BS you and tell you, but I don't know what happened to the second child, whether he went back to the mom or not. We never got a subpoena, so I don't know whether I don't know what they did. Sorry. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you guys later. All right? Take care. Bye-bye.